Gently check in with yourself this morning. How's your body? Just notice in a non-judgmental way how things feel in your body. Let yourself sit as comfortably as you can. Let your hands rest on your legs so you can support your torso a bit with your arms in a relaxed way. Let the hands rest open, let them rest. The weight will gently come down the arm bones and into the legs, into the earth. And then let your breath softly rise and fall. Guide it to your nose. Encouraging it to move through the nose. Even if you start out with a bit of congestion, it can actually help clear things out. But always feel free to combine with the mouth as needed. You want to just be able to breathe well. So with the breathing, combine watchfulness, mindfulness. Gently noticing everything. Touching the earth with the body, the weight of the earth on the body on the earth. The air around the skin, the air moving from outside to inside, inside to outside. Letting the space between the ears, letting the brain become softer, let it rest like the resting hands. Just the breathing, softly be. Take 3 deep, slow breaths. Let them stretch out, find their range of motion. Exhale a second one. Excuse me, and one more time, deep breath. Natural breath following, just to feel what the deep breaths do. Release your hands to your heart center and engage your core. So draw your navel towards your spine, sit up tall, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply. Noticing vibration of your voice, of your breath, and of your whole body. Feel your hands vibrate gently, their aliveness. Release your eyes. Take your forehead with your right hand. Gently bring your other hand behind your skull. Sit up tall. Taming the fire element. And we can add a twist to the spine over to the right side. Let this activate your core strength. Come in just the right amount so it feels good. Enjoying that releasing of the forehead and the brain. Those hot feelings. And come back to center and let your arms have a bit of a break, come down. Change the cross of your legs if you need just a little switch or want to try the other side a bit. And then left hand cradles the forehead. Right hand back of the skull, same level. Sit tall, breathe in. Breathe out. It's not going to be the biggest twist you can create. Just create a nice one. Tone from the low belly. Gently bringing the spine around to the side. Relax your eyes. Relax your brain. Maybe a little bit of effort in holding the pose. Just let that be part of your practice. Applying some effort. And then back to center and completely release. So we take breaks from our efforts. And let's release the knees now together and the feet together in front of you. It's fine if you're up on your blanket, Malasana pose, the garland. So we spread out the knees, but ground the feet best as they will. Stay holding these or work one arm at a time forward. Stretch your hands, tuck your chin. Just feel that back of your body, soles of the feet, back along the spine, back of the skull. And then press your arm bones into your shins. Press your hands together and now extend your spine a little bit. Lift your heart forward like cow spine. All these actions, feet, hands, arms, legs, spine. Exhale. And release that, sitting back, finding balance on your sacrum. Again, okay to stay on your blanket. So hug in both legs, lift up your feet. Lengthen your spine. And extending out your right leg, point your toes. Keep your left leg hugging in. Do your best with this. So keep your knees bending. Trying to activate that reaching leg. And release. Feet down for a moment. Bow, tuck your chin. And other side. Lean back, find balance. Let go of that left leg. Point your toes, really activate. So we're doing a boat pose kind of variation. Our elephant trunk variation. Shri Ganesha, Jai Ganesha. Still celebrating the Ganesha festival. And release again. Tuck your chin. And come around to your hands and knees. We've been practicing that. Squeezing in the feet close, bringing the hands forward and taking back the legs. Once you find your knee position, lift up and circle your wrists in both directions a few times. And do an outward circle with your hands. Open your hands and now carefully bring them to the earth. Let the fingertips land just like you're a piano player with these delicate, aware fingers, spreading and grounding the hands. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Inhale, bring your heart forward, upper back. Exhale, the whole spine rounding. Inhale, focus on that upper spine and face forward. Exhale, round. Once more into that extension of cow. And release to neutral. Do both sides. So take your right hip and right shoulder towards each other. So a nice lengthening out the low back on the left side. Just checking in with that part of the body. Breathe slowly. Create nice sensation for yourself. Have cushions under your knees if you need when we spend time there. And just 3 more breaths. A little extra time here for a nice deep release in the low back. 1 more, exhale, gently finish, and slowly let that go. Over to the other side, so shorten the left side of your torso. We do that side flexion in the spine, and that brings length to the other side. Try to release the tops of the feet into the earth, let the feet just ground and relax. The hands gently pressing. The eyes find a steadiness off the nose or close as you like. 1 more time, a deep breath. No, I need to do 3 breaths. Sorry. Not shortchanging. Completing. Let that exhale finish. And then gently back to center. Tuck under your toes and come to downward facing dog. Press the earth, head down, arms straight. Shoulders rolling open, externally focused shoulders. The head is like a peach on a tree, just hanging. Walk out your dog if you like, bending one knee, and then bend the other knee. Do that a few times, pedaling out your feet. Nice uplift in the low belly. Next time you exhale, both heels down, heart reaches to the earth. Inhale, shift forward towards a plank pose, and exhale. Step forward 1 foot at a time. Come to halfway lift, breathing in. Hands reach where they will. Same here, hands reach where they will. Fold, exhale, tuck your chin. Press into both feet. Trace your legs. Trace the center line of your body above your head and rest your hands. Continue to reach. And then exhale, come down to your heart and down to the sides of your torso, gently gathering your arms into your body, shoulders down. Just finding that stillness and that centeredness on your feet. Mountain. And working with that linear feeling of mountain, reaching up the arms, breathing in, reach for the sun. Breathe out, reach for the earth. Slow breaths in the sun salutations. Halfway lift, slowly inhale, find the shape. Exhale, back to plank pose. 1 breath, so just find it. And then we leave it, knees down, upward facing dog. 1 breath, try to find that belly stretch. Exhale, use that breath to find the down dog shape. And then we hold and stay for 5. Deep waves of breath flowing through. Exhale again, weight back to the legs. Releasing this time with bent knees, pull the hips back, gently gaze forward. And then inhale, bring your legs straight, step forward and come to half lift. When you're ready, exhale, fold in, slowly find that range of motion. Inhale, chase up the legs, up the center line. Still breathing in, still reaching. And when you exhale, bring your arms down and by your sides, gently hugging in. Deep breath. Feel the energy of the practice. Meditative mind. Let's check in with a triangle pose to the right side. That idea of linear structure, turning out to the right, reach out your arms, over and down, exhale. Keeping the arms without resting brings the work into the core. Try to release any gripping in your feet. Lengthen your torso. And 1 more time, give it breath energy. Down a little bit more at the end of the exhale. Inhale, strengthen the low back to come up. And release your arms over to the other side. Establish that turning out of the feet. Float out the arms. Exhale from your belly center over and down. Reach equally. And so the belly holds the pose and then the heart is radiating in this pose. Having a physically open heart can help us with our feelings. Feeling less stuck. Exhale again. Find a little bit more over if you can. And then feel the strength of your low back as you come up. Do that carefully. And release your arms. Turn your feet facing the same way. Breathing in the long spine. Breathe out, forward fold. Just again coming down the legs. Bring your hands to the center underneath your shoulders. And if you want to widen out your feet, you may bend your knees. Let's spend some time over on the right leg with both arms reaching and wrapping. So the knees can do as much bending as they need. Just customize this pose for yourself. You do draw in the low belly to the spine, Uddiyana Bandha. Flying upward is the translation of Uddiyana. In our practice, we teach the core to engage and be there for us. Exhale, second side. Bring yourself around, maybe a little bend in the knees. And just wrap around that leg to some degree. Let your head hang down. But the low belly flies upward. And it will naturally help engage and lift the pelvic floor. Those actions working together. Let your low back lengthen. Your latissimus, big muscles across the back of the body. One more time, exhale. And coming back to center with your hands. Bring your feet a little bit closer, heel, toe. And press into them and stand on up. Roll back your shoulders and roll them back again. And one more time. Settling the shoulders down on the ribs. Let's swing out the toes now. Goddess pose, coming down nice and low. Find your own low. Just rest your hands on your thighs. Nice tall spine, but relaxed. And taking your right elbow underneath your left. Giving yourself a big hug around your shoulders. Tuck your chin. Feeling free to refine your feet to find your balance. And then if you'd like to work the palms together, fingers towards the sky into the eagle arms. Enjoy your breathing. Get nice and low into your hips. Whatever that is for you today. Direct the breath into the upper back here a bit longer. Try to release tension in the shoulders. Exhale, hips and elbows low. Inhale, let everything straighten out up into star pose. Straight arms and legs, shoulders down, gentle fingers reaching. Lift up your face towards the sky as well. Lift your heart. Keep your low back long. And then let's come down for the other side. Lower back into turned out wide squat. Adding heel lift if you like, only if that doesn't take away. And then the other elbow, left elbow under the right, shoulder hug. At any time feeling you can release the heels down. And maybe as we come into the eagle arms, let the heels come down, let the hips go low. The breath will naturally lift and lower the elbows slightly here. Let it. Feel how the inhale lifts the whole rib cage, including the arms. The exhale releases down. Open feet, open knees, open hips. Go low as you exhale. Press into the feet, straighten the legs, unwind the arms, reach them up, gaze up, reach up. And then exhale, release to the top third of your mat with comfortably wide, easy feet. Just arriving with a few steady breaths. Standing mindfully, part of the practice, so we are allowing the mind to be meditative and find stillness, but also for the body to practice standing well and relaxed. Exhale, encourage your low belly towards your spine, just gently in and up. One more time. Inhale, try to keep that engaged as you breathe. Exhale, again, low belly towards the spine. So keep that awareness in your center, and let's just shake out the arms to a little less linear step for a minute. And so wide, easy feet, arms relax, just spinning over towards the right, over towards the left. You can let your arms thump into your body lightly. Let your knees stay soft. Relax your face. And just do this for a little while in your own way that feels good, your own speed. Just try to let go, let go. And then let yourself enjoy a little joy for Ganesha. One of the things symbolized by Ganesh, the joy and prosperity, enjoying life. Ganesha loves his treats. Now let yourself finish that, and let's gather the feet together and hold the navel center for a moment just to feel the energy movement in the body. In this pose, we hold our prana, our center, our emotional center. You could do this anytime when this quality would be welcome in your life. Just letting yourself unravel like bamboo in the wind. Let your face and brain just relax. Let the breath be what you notice. Feel the breath in the third eye. Gently vibrating that calming point between the eyebrows. And exhale, release your hands, step your feet hip distance. And let's take Vrksasana, right leg straight back, pelvis forward. Find that balance. And reach your arms down so the thumbs dive inward and go back as far as you can. Release that a bit and bring your knuckles together down low, or your fingertips down low. And then over time, work up the center of your spine. That pressing of the knuckles really duplicates the action of the palms pressing. Lengthen your spine with an inhale. It's also okay if your palms don't press all the way. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the upper body as it is as you reach your heart forward. Lengthen through your neck so it's not strained. Through the top of the head, reaching. A gentle lifting action in the elbows so they resist gravity. And hard breath one time. Exhale, find your forwardness. Press both feet. Come up and gently back. Slide your hands down and step out, release. Second side. Find that stance first. Balance from the foundation up. Open feet to the earth. And now inhale the arms back. Exhale, come together, knuckles or fingers or palms. Breathe in, gently bend back over your hands. Exhale, follow your nose forward. Let the top of your head reach forward so you have a nice, easy neck. Fold in to any degree. Let the roots of the big toes gently press, holding you steady. Sides of the torso lengthening. And just one more breath, lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, fold in. And then press the feet to breathe in. Come up, back bend gently. Slide your hands down. Step forward, release. Let's practice tree pose today to get into the roots, reach to the sky. Have your wall if you would like it, or step off your mat, whatever brings you the best steadiness. Working your balance into your right leg. Lift out of your right hip. And you can work with your toes on the ground, wherever you feel best today. So this is a nice grounded version with the leg turning out, but the toes still on the earth. Lots of roots in this version. Or come up your leg higher if you prefer. Let your hands be centering. Let that quality of centering come into the mind. Again, feeling the space between the eyebrows. Feel the breath gently vibrate that center line in front of the brain. And let the idea of your favorite kind of tree fill you with joy, or maybe just a general love for trees. Gratitude. And just a little bit longer. Maybe reach to the sky if you want to add those branches, roots and branches, and a strong trunk. One more time. Release with mindfulness, one action at a time, and arrive all the way on both feet and back to that symmetrical centeredness. And then so much in the brain here asking us to come to the one leg. Just demonstrating that extra roots version with the toes on the floor. And this is actually really good for the foot to stretch the sole of the foot. So turn out your hip. Lift up your leg higher if you want to, your foot and your leg. Centering hands, centering mind. Release any gripping in your feet. And let's let the arms float out and express themselves. Remembering to keep trying in these balance poses. Some days you just need to come out, you have to, and then you try again. That's how we do it. Practice. A couple more breaths. Enjoy as much as you can. Just try to embody the joy, the easiness of being a tree. Just being the nature of wild things. Release, release. So we're trying to just be natural wild things ourselves. Let our brains create stillness. Let's feel empowered in that practice with warrior, stepping back. Big step for warrior A, pelvis forward. Use your hands to gently ground that rim of your pelvis. Just find that and ground it. And with that grounding, lengthen your spine. And today, let's let the arms come round in a circle. The shoulders down, the fingers just circle towards each other. Front knees centered. One more breath. Let's look up, reach up. And then exhale, release your arms behind. So you do that inward rotation of the shoulders. So weave your fingers. Inhale, stretch your chest. Forward fold, exhale, humble warrior. Arms away from the back as you like. I find it tempting to grip my feet in this one, so try to let your feet spread. Empowered. Impermanent. One more breath. Use your inhale, really press your front foot, come up, and let's open the arms out. Turn out the back foot, warrior B. Shoulders down, hands float, just graceful, easy hands, arms. Exhale, everything a little lower. Inhale, reverse. Your own favorite way. The cradling of the head or just reaching back. The back hand just down on the leg is a nice, easy variation. Everything becomes the pose, from the feet to the hands. One more time, let the breath come. And then straighten out the front leg, reach to the sky. And release. Turn your feet to one side and bend your knees and step back to the top of your mat. I think I'm going to say second side, your Vrksasana A. Find the pelvis, big step back. So the back foot angling comfortably, the front knee centered over the ankle. Just get nice and low into the pose for you. With that grounding of the pelvis, we lengthen the spine and come back with those soft shoulders to those round arms. Be letting your longest fingertip, whichever one, rest into the other one. And gently notice everything. If you find something that needs a little attention, you can give it attention. And go back to just the overall effect. Exhale, one more breath. Reach your arms, reach your gaze, deeply breathe in. And then arms down, thumbs in, leaning forward for that humble warrior. But first come up and just stretch your chest, arms reach back. Exhale, forward fold. So a strong pressing into that front foot. Good strengthening around the hip. Arms away from the back as you like. One more time, deep breathing. Exhale forward. Inhale, coming up, release to warrior B. So if you want to straighten out your leg for a moment, turn to the side, bend your knee again, find that side variation, warrior B. Arms soft, like my friend Ina, she always has these lovely soft hands of a dancer when she's practicing this pose. It says one way, let that bring softness up the arms. Strong and soft at the same time. Feeling free to adjust in the feet and legs. Get that foundation right. Especially as we continue and hold the foundation, come to the reverse. Three, feel the breath, listen for it. I count about 5 breaths in the poses. And exhale. Try to make them nice and slow so you have time. And release, turn your feet to the same side. Bend your knees and step out. Let's get ready to come down to the earth. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach down. Take 2 more breaths here in standing forward fold. We haven't hung out in this one today, so just give yourself time. Probably still releasing some of the tension from just being still overnight. Stay again, one more time. And spread your hands and bend your knees. Take your legs back. Bring your knees down to come into cat spine, round spine. Tuck your chin, round, round. Reset your hands if you need to come up to this plank with the cat spine. So we have a round spine. Tuck under your toes, press into your hands and toes, and lift yourself up. Strengthening the spine in this direction. Is there anything you can soften? Can you release your hands? Just let the palms press. One more breath. And then bring your knees down, and let's go back to quarter dog pose. Tuck toes, arms long, head down. So you can go back to any degree. Let your forehead rest, let your elbows rest. The hands gently spread. Deep, slow breaths. Twice more. Finish and exhale. Inhale completely. Feel the ribs expand. Exhale slowly and deeply. Clear it out. Start fresh. Inhale again. Exhale. Relax. And then coming up to your forearms. Releasing your feet from that tucked under position. Come to your forearm plank for a moment. So tuck the feet back under. And then slowly work your way down to your belly. So we hug in the elbows a bit here. Hands spiral outward to release to the belly. Release your feet. So the legs reach, feet together, legs together. Hands by your chest, Salambasana. It's totally in season, the locust pose now. Inhale, lift up your chest, gently pressing your hands. Lift your legs. None of this has to be high lifting. It's more about the length. Activate your body and lengthen. And then if possible, bring your hands down further by your sides along your waist. Lean forward towards your chest and lift your legs a little bit higher. Press the hands down and back. To press yourself forward. One more time. Deep breath in. Legs down, torso down. Turn your head to the right side. And bring your right knee up alongside you. Half frog pose. Just having a little time to ground and open. Make sure that your head is comfortable, that you're not pressing into your temple, causing any pain anywhere. So you could keep a neutral neck or turn to the side to gently stretch the neck. So your knees on the floor alongside of you to any degree coming up. And you can bring your torso around towards your knee a bit more if you would like. Let your whole body be soft. Just try to let your brain rest on your breath. Enjoy your stillness one more time. Move the breath into the shape. And let go carefully, slowly. Release and come to the other side. Just turn your head the other way. Bring your other knee up alongside you on the floor. Angle your torso if you would like. So this one is a nice release for the, for the low back. And it can be held for a long time. The yin yoga pose, so you just hold the shape. And sometimes things that we really need to take care of come up during our practice, and we think about things. So I think my advice is to keep trying to relax your brain at the will over the course of the practice. And just say to yourself, if something keeps coming up, that maybe I'll write that down, or maybe we'll take care of that so that my brain can be resting from it. Sometimes what really is important to us comes up when we try to stop a lot of excess thinking. But I hope that my words become a background to your own stillness, your own breath sounds, the vibration of your body. Is everything soft? Are your feet releasing? Just feel your ribcage rise and fall. Let everything rest. Just noticing the energetic body. Excuse me. And then let's release from here. The leg back to the center. Coming back to Balasana, child's pose. Hands by your chest. Spiral out with the hands as you see the elbows come in. As you do that action with the hands. Press forward and down. Come up. And then curl back. Round spine. Arms drape and rest. Deep breath into the back body. And one more time, breath into the side ribs. Try to really feel the side action of the rib cage. How much the mind matters when you ask it to go into the body. Inhale, rise up and come around to your seat. You can elevate your seat if you like. Jumping back through, hands far enough in front of you, arms pressed across your feet. Work your way through. Take your legs wide, playing with Kurmasana today. So this week, looking at arms behind the leg poses to work on an elephant's trunk pose. So we're Kurmasana, nice and easy. We can all do this. Just let's sit tall to start. Ground your feet. Symmetrical, so forward fold. One arm at a time, down in front. And then see if you can work one hand at a time behind your foot. And then reach your hands around and hold onto your legs or feet. And then keep folding forward if you can. So it's okay to have a round spine here. It's natural. Let your neck tuck as well. And if you like, you can straighten out your arms and legs more, if that works for you. Just a little bit longer. One more deep breath. And carefully releasing one little thing at a time. Coming up, let the legs come out in front, hands back. Just a little shimmy to release the legs, release the whole body. Exhale, stillness. Point your toes, lift up your heart. Stretch across the front of your chest and shoulders. If you want to lift your hips up, you can. Or just keep that reaching of the heart, a downward gaze. Stretch the tops of your feet, the toes, and relax, exhale. Sitting tall, bring in your right leg for hip cradle to figure 4. Use the arms to help you sit tall, holding the foot and the knee. Go to the side a few times, back and forth. Just exploring your range of motion in your hip. Activate this low leg so the foot's a little flexed, it's turned on. And then rest it across the other leg, keeping it active. Now use your arms, fingers back, so you can lean back into your arms. Keep your spine long and work your lower leg into a bend position to any degree. So that's good for me. I'm going to stop there. Try not to collapse into your shoulders. You could squeeze yourself all the way in. Find a nice release in your outer hip. Mindful movement. Scanning the body, making sure everything's okay. And then relax as much as you can. Carefully release to your back. So pick up one hand at a time and turn your fingers forward. So you can come to one elbow at a time. And then carefully to the back of your body with a long spine. Keep the legs down or lift them up, draw them in. Wherever you are, whatever your hip joint says, whatever your knee says. So the hip and knee and ankle all connected to each other. We want to release at the hip. So try not to strain the knee at all. And one more time in the shape you're in, hugging in or resting on the floor. And then exhale, everyone, feet down. And let's cross the legs over more. So the knees come on top of each other. And then bring in the legs, catch your knees. Gentle with your body. Draw the knees gently towards you. So I'm doing this very lightly because my left hip does not like a lot of internal rotation. So customize so that you're taking care of yourself. Exhale. And crossover twist is one variation. If it's too much, you can uncross your legs. Or try and bring the top knee over to the floor on the other side. Doing that spinal twist on the floor. Opening out the other way. Just relax. Let your body open. Let it rest. So that crossover is a lot on my hip, so I'm going to let go of it on this side. Hopefully teaching you all that you should be taking care of yourselves in that same way. We all need to work with our bodies, and only we know that experience of being in them. And so resting twist is a lovely everyday pose. Make sure that you are in a nice feeling place and enjoy your breathing a little longer. So change it if you need to. Let yourself feel the positivity of this pose on your body. And letting that be uplifting for yourself as a general being. Back to center, back up to seated to start over on the other side. So hold your shins, press your shins into your hands and rock up. Let's see if I remember everything. Do the hip cradle first, other side. I have a feeling that I did something else. Sitting tall, move the hip, activate your lower leg. Bring it over to rest above your other knee. So both legs are activated. And then take your hands back. Fingers go back so you can rest back into your hands and arms. Keep your chest lifted. Bend your lower leg if it feels good. So to any degree. Scan the body for openness and comfort. There's a nice deep releasing happening as we do our finishing practice. Exhale. Let's bring it to the back so we have more time. So hands turned forward. Carefully bring elbows down. Arms stay grounded to help you release to the back of your body. Neck nice and long, bring in your legs or rest them on the floor. What does this side want to do? Gentle movement is fine. Nice releasing in your body. Exhale and crossing the legs so the knees are stacked, drawing them in to some degree. Maybe gently using the hands to draw them towards you, or just let the legs rest together. If you wanted to, you could reach out towards your feet for the last breath. And then let go of that action if you took it, and then come down, come to resting twist, other side. So see if that cross leg twist feels good on this side. Uncross the legs if that feels better. Open yourself away from your knees. Open across your heart, hands, space. Let your throat be free. Having a little awareness at the throat here. Let's just check in with that energy center, our communication center. Having the courage to speak your truth. Let your body rest and receive. Three more breaths to soften and release as much as possible. Maybe swallowing to release at the throat chakra. Exhale, everything soft. And release back to the center of your body, on your back body. And finishing with a plow pose as an option. And I'll demonstrate Purna Halasana, which is preparing for plow pose. So center your spine, your head. Line yourself up with your feet on the floor, arms down. Palms down. So we use the arms and hands to support as we lift up the legs. And so this preparatory version, you make fists, bring your fists underneath your pelvis, and let your legs come towards your face. So you have a little lift in the hips off the floor. Just a little bit. Works for most of us probably. It's also fine if the hips are lower. If that little lift feels good, stay there. If you'd like to keep pressing your hands, lifting your hips up, let your legs come overhead to some degree. So we're forward folding here. Keep your head centered, your neck is off the floor. Your feet can come to the floor. Use your arms for stability. If you want to weave them together into that plow pose shape, and then reach through your toes. So the toes are dragging through the dirt, turning the soil. Staying with your version of plow pose for today. I'm going to weave my fingers the other way just for a little balance. Let this be a nice deep release of your back body. And then let's begin to let the spine come down, release the hands down. Spine down carefully. Bring in your knees. Curl your chin, curl in, and then stretch out. Put a pillow under your head if you like. Relax, open. Arms and legs soften and roll open. So the inner legs and feet and the hands, insides, facing upward. And feel the back of the body touch the earth, back of the hands, the bones, the back of the skull, parts of the spine. Weight falling into the heels. Let the breath have freedom. The mind freedom. Feeling free to release your throat with a swallow. And let's just begin with some very gentle wiggling. Just wiggle your middle toes. And then let all the toes spread away from each other. And then relax. And then wiggle the fingers. Bring them all together into a little cluster. And then let them relax open like a flower. Reach down through the legs and up through the arms, gently arching the back off the floor. Deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, relax the arms and legs down. Turn to the side. Continue on up to your seated position of choice. Maybe bringing in a half lotus to one leg if you would like, once you're seated. And so that's just bringing one leg on top with the foot facing upward. If that works for your body, it's a soft hip cradle, knee relaxes, hip relaxes, and then you just guide your foot towards your center line, your heel. And let's take the right hand, face the palm forward like Ganesha, that Abhaya mudra. With the other hand, rest down into that half lotus or just on one of your feet. Letting yourself feel empowered. I am safe. May I be well. May I be happy. May all be well. May all be at peace. And let's bring our brains and hearts together to finish. And then physically coming towards each other, let their qualities come together. Spacious mind, spacious heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you, Joe. Ready for the rest of our day?
Yes. Beautiful.